What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Queen, and I'm back here with another video. I know y'all all wondering, like, where have I been? Yes, I know it's been a long time. I have not made any videos in probably about a year, and it's not because I don't enjoy YouTube or that I don't want to help you guys. It's just, life goes on. I haven't really been into social media at all lately. Like, I barely post on Instagram anymore, but it's New Year. I'm trying to get back to it. I'm not going to be one of those people who come on the camera and be like, oh yeah, I promise that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. Can't make no promises. All I can say is I'm here. So today I did take some time. I went through like all of the comments on all of my videos, and one question that I got asked a lot was about my last video that I posted about picking a job at MEPS. A lot of people ask me, what do I do? I read comments like, okay, she told us what she does, what her, job title is, but never told what it entails. First and foremost, there's a thing called Google. If you do Google, I'm pretty sure you can find the exact job title. But, just to make it a little easier for you all, I am an operations specialist. Since being in as an OS, I jumped 2 ranks, joined as an E3, now I'm an E5, which that's the good thing about operations specialists. As I told you before, the advancement rate is very, very fast. People come in as seamen, they come as E1, E2, E3s, and within 2 years, they're up to an E4, E5. So, once you get past E5 though, and you're going to make E6, it's a lot harder. The percentage rate is very low. So, and in case you don't know what that means, percentage rate, it's like when you take your advancement test, they have preset percentages of like 6% makes first class in this job, 20% makes first class in this job. Fortunately for OS, making it to E5, it's always very close to 100%, sometimes 80%, which means 100% of people who take the OS exam are subject to pass. That's what that means. My job, operations specialist, being OS is about situational awareness. If you think about it, operations specialists, we are specialists of the whole operations. We keep the ship safe, just to say that in a nutshell. We're always, looking out, using our radars, making sure there's no enemies coming toward us, and making sure, every contact that's out there, we can identify them, because we never want to be hit blindsided by the enemy. So sorry if I'm rocking back and forth. It's just I'm in a rolly chair. My job requires a secret clearance, which is pretty good. In the civilian world, you pay so much money just to get a secret clearance. I didn't have to pay for it. It's not hard to get my job. There's plenty of people who go in without a job and they're able to strike OS, meaning that they're able to get that job if it's available. I'm not suggesting that you go in undesignated with no job. I'm just saying, people who came in with no job was able to get my job. It's not really hard. It only gets hard once you get into the specialties. Once you obtain an NEC, which is go to an extra school to do pretty much an extra specialty within your job. That's something that I did. I went to Aztec school. I finally passed after doing it a million times. Not a million, but still. So now I have a NEC. I have a specialty. I'm not just a regular OS where I just do basic OS work. I am now an air controller where I talk to pilots and I help them to navigate the air, basically. But all in all, as an operations specialist, your job will pretty much consist of being out to sea. It's a heavy sea-going rate, which means your rotation date would be 5 years sea duty, 3 years shore duty. You don't have to decide to do the shore duty after your first contract, of course. If you want to get out, you can. But you will be on sea duty for 5 years because you can only do an OS job out to sea. You're not going to find ships and planes while your ship is docked to appear. You know what I'm saying? Like, makes no sense. We're in America. There's no need to be looking for contacts. That's what we call them. Another reason for finding these air and surface contacts is for pretty much safety of navigation. You pretty much, as an OS, will be working with quartermasters, QMs, who they work up on the bridge, which is like the highest level of the ship. And their whole entire job consists of navigation. But we don't necessarily work with them, but we do pretty much, how do I put this? We don't do the same job, but we have the same mission, which is navigation, safety of navigation. So if I'm able to look on my radar and see, you know, ships and see planes and everything like that, I can relate that to someone that's up on the bridge while they're up there looking for ships. And we're overall conducting the safety of navigation, the safety of the ship, because you don't want the ship to collide with another ship, nor do you want incoming missiles coming from an enemy ship. So that's just pretty much what my job entails. My day-to-day, as I was saying, what I'm out to sea is pretty much standing a watch. A watch is pretty much a rotation of basically doing your job. You can be on 12 and 12, which is 12 on, 12 off. They call that port and starboard. You can be on a 4-section duty. You could be in a 3-section duty. It just all depends on how many people you have in the ship that you're on. Oh, y'all need to check out Zinez. I don't know if y'all follow her here on YouTube, but she's a big YouTuber. I think she got like 10K. She's been doing it for years. She's also an OS. She's an operations specialist. She talks a lot about her job and very good information. So make sure y'all check out Zinez. Pretty sure her page is Zenez. Love her to death. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. When we're underway, which means out to sea, I would do my watch schedule, whichever that is. I've always been in 3 or 4 sections. 4 sections mean I would do 4 hours working and then be off for maybe 8, then do another 4 and then be off for, you do the math, whatever equals to 24 hours. But in those 4 hours, I would be going into combat, which is a secret space where OSs work out of, and I'll be pretty much sitting at a console and observing my radar. I might be logging some things down, writing down, you know, things that are said, events that are happening on the ship throughout the day. I might be talking to a chief, a Navy chief who's sitting next to me, or officer who's sitting a position, call it surface. I might be talking to them, and they might be telling me to label different contact ships and planes in the system so that everyone can see it. I might be plotting some things on a chart where you're pretty much conducting, I don't want to get too into details because it's really, like I said, you have to do the job to know what I'm talking about. But all in all, it's not a hard job. It actually can get very boring when you're out to sea and, you know, nothing's going on, because ultimately you still have to sit there. Ultimately, you still have to sit there because we need, you know, the position man 24 hours. So you're not sitting there for 24 hours, but you're switching off with people to, you know, conduct the safety and navigation of the ship. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do out to sea as a basic OS, is sit at a console and might eat some chips, some snacks, some drinks, and look at a computer screen. Try not to fall asleep. Can't fall asleep on watch. That is a big no-no. But now that I have my specialty, my NEC, which is Aztec, I no longer sit as just a basic OS at the basic OS console. Now I'm on the air side, and then my job is way more intense. Again, there can be times where nothing is going on, but I am on a headset with a pilot and I'm talking to them. I'm, you know, talking to other people in my work center, and we're pretty much conducting whatever mission it is for that day. That's pretty much all I can tell you without getting too into details, because like I said, I do have a secret clearance and I don't want to say anything that, you know, is a breach of my contract. But pretty much everything I said is something that you can literally Google, and Google operations specialist, and it'll tell you overall. We identify air and, you know, sea contacts as friend or foe. Like, that's our ultimate job. Like I said, it's not a bad job. When we are in port, we literally don't have much to do. We might route messages, which is pretty much editing messages and taking them around to everybody to sign, sending them out via email or whatever the case may be. We do a lot of cleaning when we're in port, which is on land. That's what import means. We don't do much in port, and a lot of OSs say that that's what they hate about the job, is when we're in port, it's very boring. Some OSs get off at 11 o'clock. I know there was once upon a time we was getting off at 11. It's not always guaranteed. I'm not going to lie to you. You might be on a ship where you're not getting off till 1600, 4 p.m., 1500, 3 p.m. You know, it just all depends. But OS is just a job that I feel as if, you know, we don't have a lot of manual labor, like some other jobs. Like, for example, your engineers, your firemen, your even the CSs, the cooks, culinary specialists, they have way more to do because their jobs entail of whatever their job is. Where with us, pretty much we stand our watch. We don't do a lot of manual labor. We don't do a lot of maintenance, which is fixing things that are broke on a ship. We don't do a lot of that. Pretty much everybody on a ship does maintenance, and we do maintenance. It's just not as much as another job would do because our sole purpose is being an OS. So we get a lot of backlash for that. A lot of people on the ship, you know, they'll talk shit about us, excuse my language. Oh, it says they don't do nothing. Like, that's why y'all always in a chow line so early, because y'all don't got nothing to do. And it's like, we do have something to do. Y'all just don't know what we do because you're not allowed in our space, in our workspace, and you don't do our job. Like I said, it's not hard work, but still, say you get, you know, a watch rotation that's port and starboard, 12 on, 12 off. You're sitting in that seat for 12 hours. Yeah, get somebody else to do it. Yeah. So that's just me giving you the real, guys. Like, I don't want to come on here, you know, like gassing things up. My energy when it comes to the Navy and military in general is totally different from my first video to now. Like, I'm telling you right now, you can go back to my first video. I think it started, or it was titled as Why I Joined the Navy at 25. You can go back and you'll see I was so excited. I had just was about to prepare to go on my first Navy deployment. I had just got out of boot camp at A school. And now, probably why I don't make a lot of videos is because I'm not as excited anymore. I've been in for 3 years. I've jumped 2 ranks since then. Don't have any regrets when it comes to joining the Navy. It's just like, I'm not fresh. I'm not new anymore. But I do want to help you guys. So that's my goal, even if I'm coming to you in my bathroom. This is the only place I have lighting in the house right now. Or just, you know, throwing my shirt on or, well, my blouse and having a conversation or talking to you in a car. I want to get more content out because I know a lot of you are like me when I joined, and I think that's my biggest motivation. When I joined, I wanted answers. I wanted to know what I'm getting myself into, what job I should pick. I did a lot of research, and YouTubers are mainly people that help me. I see some of you write me on Instagram. I get a lot of DMs, you know, asking me questions, and I don't see all my DMs because they get put into a request folder. Typically request folders is people who I don't follow and don't follow me. So I don't really see them, but when I do tend to go through and I see them, I do respond to you all. I'm going to do better with responding to comments. Like I said, I'm not going to make any promises, but I will do my better. I will do my best in the year 2023. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I do, like I said, I want to answer more questions. I want to help you all more. So if you can, leave a question in the comments below and ask me anything you want, Navy related, not Navy related. It can be about school. It could be about, you know, money, how much money I make. It could be about credit. It could be about military duty stations. I mean, it can be about anything. Ask me any question and I will do a Q&A for my next video and answer all your questions. So get to it. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that helped clear up a little bit more about what it's like to be an operations specialist and what I actually do in the Navy. So that's the end of the video. I hope you all have a blessed 2023. I hope you're working toward your goals. I hope you are putting plans in place and sticking to them. I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.